And that's not including, and it was basically 30 minutes long, and a little close to 30 minutes long. And that's not including entrances and all that. You're looking almost close to 30 minutes as a match in general. And that's something fans want to see. They want to see that kind of competition. They want to see that kind of stuff. And sometimes they feel that the only way they could see it is not just through places like NXT and Lucha Underground and ROH, but it's also through CAW wrestling leagues. That basically they have to depend on others like themselves, fans like themselves, to do it. To get that kind of quality. And that's, again, I know I've said this a lot throughout this video or videos, but that is what's made CAW wrestling the phenomenon that it is. The fact that sometimes you got to put on the match quality. The only way you're going to get good match quality in a match, whether it's one-on-one, tag team, six-man, fatal four-way, triple threat, whatever, is to do it yourself. And again, that is just what makes it so makes the CAW wrestling overall such a huge deal. And it makes it such a and because it's such a huge deal, that is the reason you see all these CAW leagues out there. That's why you see, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these Facebook groups, a lot of YouTube pages, a lot of YouTube channels, Daily Motion channels, Hitbox, Twitch, Hitbox channels, Twitch channels, ZippyCast channels, whatever. That's why you see a lot of, even websites themselves, dedicated to these CAW leagues because it's such a huge phenomenon, and at most times, to a fan's eyes, it's the only way they're going to get quality wrestling is if they do it themselves. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it allows us to have these dream matchups. I created my own version, even though they look more human in the face at times, I created my own version of Sally Acorn and Bunny Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog. And the fact is, by using those characters, I can have matchups. Like if you take a look at my recent Web Matches episode, which is number 3, I have a matchup there between Sally Acorn and Twilight Sparkle. Two characters that are very similar in some ways according to people. And that's unbelievable. Heck, I have a match between Bunny Rabbit and Nikki Rocks from DCA. Or whatever. Battle Fusion or whatever it's called. Battle Pro, whatever. Whatever CAW league she's a part of. I think it's mostly DCA. But you see that. And this is just phenomenal. Heck, I'm able to take characters that Caboozle FA, or just Caboozle on DeviantArt, and Kai Coronis at Furfinia in DeviantArt have created, like, and they're all Slime Girl characters like Cat and the sisters Furrow and Froduo, and even a Slime Girl character called X, with XU, and at Furfinia, and I don't know what happened to her. Created, and I'm able, created for the stories and the comics and all that, and I'm able to create from a visual, just by seeing the pictures that people, just by, again, looking at the drawings of the characters themselves, I'm able to create those characters myself and add them to my roster and let them have matches against my own created divas or against divas, CAW divas that I've downloaded. And again, that's what makes it such a big deal, because you can create these kind of matchups. Again, going back to Dixie Clements and Pyra to establish CCL, CAW divas. Here's two ladies that basically, you could pair them up as a tag team, or you could put them one-on-one and basically give your promotion, your own CAW league, the matchup between the two that CCL's had. Or you can match them up against your own created stars, or against others. Like I mentioned earlier, Vanessa Price, who is the current DCA Women's World Champion, you could have her go up against Dixie Clements in your own league. And I could do that too. I might just do that for the upcoming Thunder for all I know. But the thing is, you can have these kind of matchups. You can do these kind of things. another thing about that, like I said, is you're able to create your own promotions, your own stories. Now, unfortunately, with 2K16, the story designer is gone, but sometimes people don't really use story designer. Sometimes they'll depend on the universe mode to do their thing, or what they'll do is they'll do what I do. They'll just do the matches and be done with it. That's it. They'll just do the matches, maybe, write in a text and description box or something or whatever, or you can go on camera like me or through audio and explain the situation. Maybe do their own commentary, because that's another thing they get to do as well. Me, with DCWA, and a lot of people always, and I know a lot of people wonder this, me, when it comes to my Raw or Thunder, yeah, my Raw, Thunder, or web matches, yeah, I allow the commentary of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler to remain. But when it comes to my CPVs, and all that, I'd rather let the action speak for itself. I know it sounds strange, but if the CPV is supposed to be a big one of your big events, one of your big deals, you want to make it. You want people to feel the action and not hear anybody talk over it. Now, unfortunately, with my Survivor Series one, the first match of Survivor Series had the voiceovers, but I took care of that for the rest of the event. The point that I'm getting at is, CAW wrestling overall is basically, for anybody that's wondering why it's such a big deal and why fans love it, everything that I've talked about, everything that I've mentioned, that and more is why fans love CAW wrestling. Why it's such a big hit, why it's such a big deal. Like I said, they can do their own commentary if they want to do it. They could take the voices out. They could create their own, heck, they use sometimes the creator wrestling slots to create their own announcers or their own GMs or owners of the promotions. So that's something nice as well. And again, that's what makes CAW wrestling such the phenomenon that it is, because it gives you all this kind of variety. Now, is it going to be a bit of a hiccup when it comes to 2K16? Well, with it depending on if story designer is in the previous gen consoles or not, which I don't think it is, you have to work around that. And again, you might just have to do the matches, do the commentary and kind of explain what happened, and just go from there. Sometimes you just let the matches themselves tell the story. You just let the people have the match, and then say, go from there, see what happens, whatever. And some people may not be fans of that, but it works. It still tells the story to a degree, and for me, it works probably better than anything. But I don't know what else I can say. But again, hopefully this video or videos has helped people understand why CAW wrestling is such a big deal, why people love doing it, why people love creating their own leagues out of it, their own characters, even downloading other people's creations to kind of help build their leagues, their promotions, probably put those dream matches together. This is what makes CAW wrestling a big, big deal. Now, has it had hiccups? Yes. 2K15 on the new gen consoles like PS4 and Xbox One, yeah, those have had their hiccups. I mean, the fact that there was no a lot of the creative stuff was just taken out, not a good, except for the previous gen console versions, not a good deal. Not good. But hopefully, the things are going to work out in the end. Yes, we don't get story designers this year, but maybe we'll get that in 2K17. But overall, though, with a few hiccups here and there, despite what happens, they still make the best of it, and they still make the best of it because CAW wrestling is such a big deal to them. And with the evolution of gaming, they like to try to evolve the CAW leagues as well with it. So, but hopefully, again, this answered a lot of questions for anybody that's wondered why CAW wrestling, what is CAW wrestling and why fans love it. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.